Hey guys, welcome back to Diecast Reviews. Today we review on Fred with bumper stickers. It was released back in 2008. He's a variant of Fred, and you can see he's a chase piece, one of the first chase pieces, if not the first chase piece, of the Cars collecting, of the Cars lineup. And chases kind of not supposed to be released again. They're supposed to be released once, and never released again. A little more common than super chases, which were kind of introduced in 2012, I believe. Which were one per case, and the case was special. Chase pieces were one per case, but the case was a normal case. But chase pieces were never supposed to be released again. Of course, Mattel kind of broke that. I don't know, not early in, but they broke it, and chase pieces have been re-released multiple times. But chase pieces are supposed to be kind of rarer, although if you look on eBay, this guy's not that expensive, so they did not become that rare. But yeah, it's a variation of Fred, a very interesting variation of Fred. For multiple reasons, we'll take a look at that. But of course, Fred with bumper stickers appeared at the end of the movie in the credits scene when Fred's in Radiator Springs. They get a bunch of bumper stickers from Lizzie. But yeah, 2008, of course, you can see by the card back there, the kind of, not desert, what do they call it? I think just call it like the Radiator Springs card back. And then you can see Fred there. No bumper stickers on this version here, but because 2006 was Desert Card, 2007 was the kind of the night, and it was Supercharged or whatever it was called. It was like night theme back there. 2008 is this background. 2009 is the Racerama, kind of the Piston Cup, and then 2010 Final Lap was kind of the red background, and then of course they moved into Cars too. But yeah, going on to the back here. Collect rare Cars Collector features featuring limited run packages or designs and specially marked chase packages. I don't think these were all chase pieces, but I'm not sure. Well, you know, obviously Sally is not a chase piece. So yeah, these are not all these were chase pieces, but I guess that's what they kind of implied, that what a chase piece is right there. And again, I don't think there was any like rhyme or reason to what number these guys were, because I don't think they were released in like number order. They just kind of have random numbers. Some really cool releases there. Of course, Ferrari F430, kind of the Michael Schumacher Ferrari. I think this was the only time it was released actually. That was in 2008. And yeah, just a bunch of other pities and when they had the names. Really cool looking back at this. But that's enough talking. Let's get Fred with bumper stickers here out of the package. So here is Fred with bumper stickers out of the package, and you'll notice this is really zoomed in. He's very small, almost like a micro machine scale. I mean, this is not 155 scale whatsoever. Very small, and there's a reason here. So Mattel first released Fred, I don't remember, 2007, 2008, but this is the original release of Fred from back whenever this is their first release. You can see how much bigger he is, first of all, but also if you compare this Fred to a McQueen or any other car, he's obviously oversized. He's too big. So Mattel's solution to making him too big was to really size him down by a good whatever. This isn't even half the size, maybe a quarter of the size, into this micro machine level variant. I mean, obviously this is way too small, but this was kind of the way they released him for a couple of years, and then back in 2015, they re-released him in 2016 maybe. I think they re-released him in the Rusty's series. I believe he was sized back up. I don't think he was this small. But then a couple of years ago, back in 2022 or last year even, I'm not sure, a couple of years ago, they re-released him from Thailand, and he was kind of a middle ground variant. So, they've gone back. They haven't really been able, they're still not able to really figure out what Fred's correct sizes are. But this one is way too small. And they've not only released him like this was a bumper sticker variant, they've released him like this in the normal release. In 2008, they released kind of three versions of Fred. They released this Fred, they released this one, and then they released this size without the bumper sticker. So, again, but this is way too small, obviously, very comically small, but I guess that's part of the charm in this release, is just how small he is. But take a look at him nonetheless. See, he's got the classic "My name is Fred" license plate there. Nice expression. Really do like the rust detailing they have here. I mean, that looks so nice. And then, of course, you got the first bumper sticker here, Kingman, Arizona. And when he jumps around, the song in the credits scene kind of correlates to the bumper stickers he has on here. They say Kingman, Arizona, Barstow, California, and San Bernardino, California. Whatever, Barstow, wherever it is, California, Arizona, I can't remember. Maybe New Mexico, I think, actually. But anyways, this bumper stickers correlate with the song. So yeah, of course, Kingman, Arizona. You got that from Lizzie's shop. See just how small the tires are. Really, really comical size here, but like I said, part of the charm. But yeah, really like the rust detailing there. I will say, nice job to get that detail on a car this small. Barstow, there you go, Barstow. It's either New Mexico or Arizona, I can't remember. But there you go. There's the other bumper sticker. Take a look at some more detailing there on the trunk, and then you go to San Bernardino, California. Really nice. Like I said, really like the detailing. You can see the tires really, really small as well. Take a look at the base. 2358. I believe that's the 235th day of 2008. Is I think what that stands for. Disney Pixar cars. And back, of course, to the expression there. So of course, let's compare them to the Fred. This is, like I said, 2008 Fred or whatever. I mean, yeah, you can he's, you can kind of stick him on the hood there and he'll fit. But yeah, of course, you got the Fred license plate. They do have the same amount of like detailing on and rust texture all over, so that's a good job there by Mattel. But yeah, tires there actually have the same rims. You can see the front rim is the same and the rear rims are the same, so again, good job there. There's the rear. And go to this side. And again, they did release kind of a this size Fred without bumper stickers as well this year. But again, this is way too small. And obviously, I think you can tell this is too big. Actually, you can see 326th day of 2007 here. So this would have been a 2008 release. So this is one of the 2008 releases that was big, and then they released something like this again the same year, small. But yeah, so of course, the one that I just showed, it is too big. If you put him next to McQueen, he's way too big. But this one, I mean, this is comically small. I'm not really sure what Mattel was thinking. And just, for comparison, let's get a mini racer out here. Have a McQueen mini racer. I mean, they're kind of the same size, right? There's the McQueen mini racer. They're kind of the same size. So like I said, it really is a mini racer version of Fred. And they decided that was an okay release to put in a 1/5 scale version. I mean, maybe slightly bigger than the mini racer version. I mean, it's a very similar size to a mini racer Lightning McQueen there. It's just fascinating to me, going back to this and thinking that Mattel, or looking at it and seeing that Mattel thought that this was okay. But yeah, I don't know, really cool to go back and look at kind of a piece of history. It is a piece of it's almost 20 years old. And yeah, I think one of the first, if not the first, chase pieces, like I said, and it has not been re-released. They've not re-released Fred with bumper stickers. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of Fred with bumper stickers back in. Did you pick him up back in the day? Have you acquired him off eBay? And yeah, I mean, obviously the size, incorrect. Maybe we'll get a correct size version of Fred with bumper stickers at some point from Thailand. I don't think so though. I wouldn't keep my hopes up for it. But yeah, I also do like, they have the little thing there. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of the video. Hit that like button, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.